All right. We are back indeed. Back indeed. What's going on? Welcome back, Remy. How are ya? I think we might have missed you on the Twitch stream again, but at least you were here for the TikTok stream. Very good, very good. What is going on, everybody? All right. So we are in the pre-stream lobby, just waiting on people to jump on in. Jump on in as we always do. I'm always good. Always. Well, for the most part. I hope it's going well for you. That's good. Very good. Thank you for the repost, Premiere, as usual. And thank you to all of you who are also reposting, also sharing, also liking the live. It is very, very helpful. Ken and Amira liking the live straight away. Premiere liking the live straight away. Love it. We are jumping in off the back of a beautiful Twitch stream, and now we are here. Indeed, we are here. Always, Ken. I love to see it. I love to see it. I hope we all are having a good day so far. Let me know how it was. Any updates for me? Anything going on? What's going on? 500 likes already. Amazing. We are just waiting for the community to pull back in. How it goes, how it goes. As usual. But I had a good day. I'll tell you what. I had a good day. It was such a good day that, well, I got a lot done. That's kind of the purpose. That's kind of the purpose of my weekend days, is to get extra stuff done. My days on the weekends when I have a lot less work, for my company, I try to get videos done for us, for the community. So I have made a lot of headway on that, which is great. Which is great. I think, yeah, yesterday I was editing a lot of gaming streams, and today I was editing a lot of TikTok streams. Very bad look today. You've looked bad today? Well, that's no good. I mean, you looked bad today in your opinion, from your perspective. I get it. Or bad luck. Okay. Bad luck today. So in general, you've just had a not great day. What's going on, Ellie? Mental, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Lydia, thanks for liking the live. What's up, Rivers? Superfan Rivers, welcome. That's what we want. That's what we want, Ken. We want busy weekends. Busy weekends are good, as long as they're productive, right? Estella, thanks for the heart me and the Go Popular ×2. I love to see it. I love to see it. What's going on, Georgia? Welcome back. Great to see you. Hello to you too, Estella. We are here. We're here and we're doing it. How we been, y'all? Good. How you been, Georgia? Rivers, thanks for sharing the live, getting it out to the people that need to see it. What's going on, Shy? Hello to you too. Thank you to all of you who are sharing the live to the people that need to see it. That's important. That's important. If you can't share it, you got nobody to share it to, repost it. If you can't repost it, like the live, baby. Like the live, baby. That's what we got. That's all we got. It is great to see you all. DDD, what's going on? Superfan Luna, welcome back. I'm very happy for you, Shy. That is incredible news. Thanks for liking the live, Luna. I'm doing great, DDD. How are you? Well, yeah, I'm doing great. I'll say it again. 2.3K likes already. Amazing. We're killing it. Hello to you too, Luna. What's your PhD in, Shy? I'm glad you are happy with today, Amira. When your piercing falls out, Remy, what kind of piercing is it? Is it a stud? And where is it? What part of the body is it on? And is it a stud or a hoop or what? Krista, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Is it in the... okay, so if it's in your ear and it's a stud, it's probably hard cartilage then. But yeah, DDD, hope you're doing well. Yes, I was just going to say that in response to Georgia saying hello to Luna, which is... Y'all. It's been many months since Georgia has been here. But Georgia is one of the very first in the TikTok streams, along with Rivers, Luna. These are all people that joined within the first month of me starting to go live on TikTok anyway. Again, I've been streaming for many years, but since I moved the stream over to TikTok, Georgia's one of the very first. So it's great to see Georgia back. I heard them. I saw that they were on the Super Bowl. I wasn't watching the Super Bowl, but I did see that they were on there and I overheard it. So that was good at least. I remember everybody. What's going on, John? And thank you. That's very sweet. What's going on, Dana? Welcome back. Wheels, what's going on? What's going on? I'm doing good, Wheels. How are you? Very good. 4K likes already. We are blasting through with the likes. I love it. Glad you're doing good, Wheels. Very good. Very good. 2, 4, and 5 finger hearts. What is that total? 11 finger hearts from Luna. Beautiful. Finger hearts right back to you. Boom. I'm sorry to hear that, Dana. That is no fun, no good, and lots of bad. Just lots of bad. I absolutely hate any kind of digestive system pain or discomfort. It's the worst. It's some of the worst. It really is. Music's going great, Georgia. It is there on Spotify and Apple Music and all of those lovely things for you to see. Or hear, technically, for you to hear. You're getting at it, Luna. Crossing out of the bounds of level 20 and getting in to level 21. It will happen tonight. You'll get it. It'll happen. I know it will. My music, Wheels. My music. What kind? 2 different kinds. I create 2 different types of music. And it's kind of pop punk / metal on one side, alternative hip hop on the other. Hi, are you going to come up here? Are you going to come up here now? No? I don't understand. I don't understand what the hesitation is, but all right. I'm glad you love that, Wheels. I get it. Come on! I am so sorry to hear it, Dana. I have a lot of tattoos. Cool. I don't know exactly which one you're referring to. You asked me another reason why I named my bands what I named my bands. Same thing. It just came to me. Cool name. I loved the name. Cool. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Yes, indeed. Bread Cat. Indeed. You're very close, Luna. Clearly. Ivy seems to be doing pretty good. Wow. Look at you. Oh. Well, she's purring you. She's providing the purrs, that's for sure. No. Don't rip my mic cable out, please. Yeah, I've had Ivy since she was a very little baby, for sure. Exactly, Isilla. Exactly. Be careful. No, you're gonna rip the mic out. No, you're gonna rip the mic out. Stop doing that. Yeah, no, good, Remy. That's exactly what I was gonna recommend, is that you put the piercing back through. Even if you can't get the ball of the stud on, do your best to just get the post through. And if you really, really can't get the ball on of the stud, then just go back to the piercer and have them help you. But as long as you can get the stud itself back through, then you're going to be able to get then you're at least not going to have the hole close up on you, you know? I don't, Ken. I do not. If I were to do anything, it would be like watching a TV series or a movie or something like that. And, I really don't even do either of those things. So, in order of operations, sports is like one of the last things on my list for non-productive activities. I just typically don't have time for non-productive activities, but even if I did, I don't really love watching sports. I do love playing sports though. I do, and I've played sports all my life. But yeah, I do enjoy watching TV series and movies, but I just don't typically do that because I have so much to do, so much work to do all the time. And I have this little one to watch all the time. She requires attention. Well, you can't come up here. No, you can't go up here. She's right in front of the microphone. No, you can't go up on the computer. Indeed, Chloe. Indeed. I think she's about to grow down. Yes, indeed. She's had enough. Now there's hair all over my computer. And of course, all over me, too. But it's all over my computer. Yeah, so honestly, I am very glad to see you back, Georgia, and it's great that, another member of the community was able to help you feel good, get you back in here, because you know what? It's where you belong. It's where you belong. Sella, thank you for that football. Speaking of the Super Bowl, let's go. Sella, thank you for the Bravo. And Luna, thank you for the 14, 3, and 28 combined stars. Thank you so much. Amazing. Yeah, Ivy's got some sass for sure, Chloe. At times. At times. Most of the time, she's just sweet and beautiful. Yeah, the ASMR is for real. Like I said, the audio quality on this stream is the best you can literally possibly get on TikTok, and it's literally my vocal mic. You've got Ivy purring into that thing. It's indistinguishable from what you would hear up against your ear in real life, quite literally. I'm glad to hear it, Georgia. Yeah, it's always, the community's never changed. It's always the same. It's always the same. If anybody new joins the community, it's just more of the same. Another good person. And there's been many new people that have joined the community since you were last year, but it's all the same vibe and all the same sort of people. Yeah, that's a great question, Ken. I do. I certainly do. I certainly do. few of them. I've talked about it in previous streams. It's not full-blooded siblings. They're just half siblings. If we want to get technical, I don't call them like, like most people with half siblings or step siblings just call their step or half siblings. It's very similar for me too. But of course, I'm just being technical here. That's what I've got. I am the only product of my mom and my dad. There was only one child that they had together, and it was me. Well, thank you, Remy's sister, and thank you, Remy, for telling me. I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have been doing amazing. I really, really do. For those of you who are here every day, for those of you who are here not often or are returning after a long break, I hope you are doing amazing. This is my hope, always. So, that is important. If you're here every day, I want to know how your day was today. If you're here a couple times a week, I want to know what's been going on since you were last here. If you're here not often and you're here after a hiatus, I'd love to know how your life's been. You know what I'm saying? Firefox, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Indy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And Luna says, I was trying to get more people to join your community when I was live. LOL, I want to spread the word of our wonderful Master Jackson. And thank you for addressing me so properly, number one. And number two, how amazing, Luna. Spreading the good word. How incredible. I couldn't be more pleased. I love to hear it. I love to see it. I truly do. I truly do. Thank you, Indy. I appreciate that very much. And welcome to the stream and the community officially. I love it. There we go, Remy. Indy is Remy's sister. Well, I suppose I guess that makes sense, right, Remy? You had just told me that your sister said that, and then boom. Well, Remy is also spreading the good word. I love to see it. Absolutely amazing. And welcome, Remy's sister, Indy. Yeah. Well, goodness, the weekends are great because we get to have 2 streams each day, each weekend day. Yesterday was so fun. Gaming stream, then straight into this stream. And then today, YouTube night stream, straight into this stream. And it was great to see all of you from the TikTok community who were there over on Twitch with me for today's YouTube night stream and yesterday's gaming stream that occurred before the TikTok stream, both yesterday and today. Amazing. I miss doing it so much with you guys, and that's why I'm making a point to bring it back on the weekends when I have a bit more time to do 2 streams in one day. And man, that's beautiful. It's been so much fun. Great question, Amira. And I am sorry that I missed that question. I saw it and then I got caught up, I think, with Ivy. The sports that I've played most sports, but here's what I'll say. The sport that I played the most, that carried with me from the moment I got into elementary school, primary school, whatever, colloquialism your country, state, jurisdiction happens to title it, is soccer. In most countries, it is called football. Okay. So typically, for the ease of most everyone other than one country, which is America, I call it football so you can understand it. But yes, soccer/football is the sport that I played for my entire life. However, along my journey of being, going through school and things like that, I've done baseball for quite a few years. I've done, American football for a couple of years. I've done basketball for a couple of years. Like a lot of the primary American sports I've tried and done, but soccer/football was the only one that really stuck for me. So that is my big one. Thanks, Lids. I appreciate you. Freak, what's going on? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And what's going on, Carly? Welcome back. Great to see you. Important question, asked Indy. Do you like chocolate fudge cake? Well, you know what? I would think that anybody that is averse to chocolate fudge cake must have, I don't know, like there are some people in this world that don't like chocolate, but chocolate and fudge and things like that are kind of engineered to like be extremely pleasant to taste buds and to most people's taste buds. Now there are some people that don't like it, but I do. I think it tastes great. Do I eat it ever? No, I don't. I don't typically eat any real sugar or dessert or anything like that, but I do like it. It tastes good. So hopefully I've given you a good answer to the important question. And Amira says, does that mean you're very good at running? Yeah. Yeah. And soccer/football is, some of the positions don't require a lot of running, like defense. Even the forward position, typically the people that are set on the field to score the most goals, like that's their position to go for the goals, they only have to run half of the time. But then there's the midfielders in soccer/football that literally have to follow the ball wherever it is all of the time. Depending on the formation that you set up on the field, yeah. But the midfielders on the wing of each side of the field, they have to cover the entire field, just the whole time. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They also have to be fast. They also have to have a lot of endurance. That was my position most of the time because I've always been the fastest person on my team. Whatever team I happen to be on, because I did not just my school team, but like Premier Leagues and things like that outside of school. And I also just happened to have a lot of, really good endurance. So yeah, running was definitely my strong suit in terms of endurance and speed, both. That's very sweet. Thank you. That one. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I think I personally like the look for me as well, but I'm biased. It's what I happen to have. I think that they are generally preferable, though. I mean, it depends on what the rest of the facial makeup is, but I'm glad that you like it, and thank you for liking the live as well. Luna, thank you for the star times 3 times 10 and times 52. And the Go Popular as well. Luna, absolutely amazing. I appreciate you so much. And welcome to level 21. I am proud of you. Welcome to level 21. 15K likes already. We're killing it, baby. That one, still liking the live like crazy. I love you guys so much who are liking the live, sharing the live, reposting the live. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Advice to increase appetite and energy. Well, once you increase your appetite, once you increase your appetite, you will eat more and therefore increase your energy because, of course, your body runs on food as a fuel source. Now, with that fact out of the way, that your energy levels will rise once you can increase your appetite, let's focus solely on your appetite. Here is a key concept for you to know. A key concept for you to know is metabolism speeds up and slows down based on the amount of food that you eat and when. So, if you can start to try and just eat, even if you're not super hungry, a few times a day, your appetite, your metabolism will start to speed up, your appetite will get stimulated, things like this. Because right now, like let's say you're eating 1 time per day. If you're eating 1 time per day, you're going to run into the problem that you're only hungry that once per day. People that eat 3 times a day couldn't imagine eating 1 time per day. Here's a fun fact. Eating 1 to 2 times per day is not bad for you. Snacking is not great for you. Eating 3 times per day and constantly being in a fed state isn't that great for you in terms of a longevity perspective anyway. We could get into the mechanisms here and now, but I'm just giving you that quick nugget of advice. Don't think that just because culture says you need to be, because many cultures do say that you need to eat 3 times a day, and if you're not eating 3 times a day, then you're horrifically unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. But you do, if you're going to eat 1 to 2 times per day, you do need to make sure that you are meeting the caloric requirements for your body within those 1 to 2 times per day that you're eating. Because, of course, if you're eating 3 times per day, you're able to eat a little bit less, and then those 3 meals add up to, hopefully, the caloric requirements for that day. If you're eating the 1 to 2 times per day, you've got to eat a little bit more within those meals. Of course, it's simple math. But, yes, if you really don't have a lot of energy, then maybe it isn't that you need to focus on eating 3 times per day. It's that you need to focus on eating more. But if you really want to stimulate your appetite, then yeah, you've kind of got to raise up your metabolism. You've got to eat a little bit more. You've got to start kind of trying to eat a little bit more and maybe eating a little bit more often. Yeah, I won't harp on this point a whole lot longer, but there's some serious facts for you. Have a good night, Indy. Nice to meet you too. Luna, are you taking levothyroxine or anything like that for hypothyroidism? What TSH medication are you taking? I need to know that, number one. because you should, if you actually have hyper or hypothyroidism, you should be handling a situation of hormonal replacement or something to that extent. Thank you for the follow, that one, and welcome to the community officially. Ivy is sitting next to me on the floor. What's going on, Fabi? Welcome back. It is indeed very cool, Ken. Yeah, my camera does sometimes go out of focus. Especially when I don't have especially when I have my glasses on. I mean, I can see my camera right in front of me, but there's not much I can do about it. My camera's trained on my eyes, and with glasses on, they're reflective surfaces, and my camera's not picking up my eyes as well. It's the one trade-off. That's awesome, Georgia. Very good. Yeah, I mean, if you eat once per day and your metabolism slows down immensely to match that one time per day eating schedule, you can do a lot of damage if you start to just pile on the food. It really just depends. You've really got to be cognizant of your metabolism and how it works, how it really works. Yeah, veganism isn't a diet. It's an ethical principle. So you don't really just stop being, you know. It's just a moral and ethical principle. So like if you went to, and if you said that you were a part of veganism and that's an ethical principle that you held, and then you decided that you were no longer, quote unquote, then you were never one to begin with, because it is a deeply held ethical principle. It's not so much a diet, although of course I did find it through health, because that's always been something that I've been concerned with. So like 10 years ago, when I initially got into it, I got into it through selfish reasons. I found that it was a lot better for you, a lot healthier for you. And so that's how I got into it. But then I started getting into the ethical reasons. I started learning about the ethical reasons, and that was just plant-based when I got into it for health reasons. There's a difference between plant-based and that. And then, yeah. So then I crossed into the ethical reasons, and I realized, oh, wow, yeah, this is real bad. This is real bad, baby. So then I went right into the ethical principles, where that's when you don't leave. That's when you just don't reverse your stance on it. When you're plant-based, you can no longer be plant-based, because you're just doing it for yourself. Doesn't matter. If you don't want to be healthy anymore, don't be healthy anymore. But yes, of course I still am. Long story short, Amira, yeah, of course I still am. The right foods, Georgia, indeed. Sounds good, Remy. Yeah, I did, Luna. I asked you if you're taking any TSH medication, meaning thyroid hormone medication to any level. Are you taking it? because this is a hormonal gland, your thyroid. It's very important. Good night, Jem. We all have hormones, Jem. Yes, probably, Luna. Because if you have hypothyroidism, that means that your thyroid is underproducing TSH, which is it's the regulator of your metabolism. So if your thyroid is not producing enough TSH, then, well, no, you have hyperthyroidism, so it's hard for you to gain weight, which means your thyroid is producing too much TSH, which causes your body to burn way too much fuel, more than you need. You can eat, and you'll never gain any weight, and it can be unhealthy. So in that situation, you want to, yes, go to a doctor and try and get that TSH level brought down to a more healthy level. That's the goal there. Because once you bring the TSH down, you can then start to gain some weight and get to a healthy level that you and your doctor kind of see fit there. So if you're really for sure, you've got your blood work done and you're making way too much TSH, your thyroid is overproducing, then that's a problem, and you should get that addressed for sure. What do I think about antidepressants, Fabi? They can help for the right people, for sure. They're not a cure-all. They're not a fix-all. It's hard. It's hard to get it right with antidepressants because it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. They are primarily selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors is what antidepressants are. And it's a big deal to mess with the serotonin system in your brain. It's a very big deal. And like I said, people go on an antidepressant, and in a lot of cases, it doesn't work for them. So then they have to switch on to a different one. And that doesn't work for them. So then they have to switch on to a different one. And that doesn't work for them. And it's just blah, 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 blah. It's that cycle over and over and over and over again until they find the right one. Possibly. It can happen. It can happen like that. Sometimes, in some cases, you can find the right one, and then you're good immediately. Maybe the very first one you try is all good, but I always recommend always recommend this, and here's what it is. Try and think to yourself, have I gone through all of the options? Have I gone through all of the pre-checks that I can before jumping into Band-Aid fixes for this situation that I find myself in? I recommend this for lack of sleep, depression, things like that. What you want to do first, and this is free, doesn't cost any money, and it doesn't damage you in any way, it is this. Am I getting enough sleep? Am I sleeping in a healthy way? Am I exercising? Do I have a good, healthy diet? Am I eating enough? These sort of very core foundational values are very easily overlooked, and it is very, very easy to discount them, but they are the most meaningful core health principles that you can possibly have in order. It's so important. Because if you have a health issue, well, maybe you could put the personal work in first, and then you would know, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything right. I'm exercising at least semi-regularly. I am eating well. I'm getting enough sleep. And I'm still horrifically depressed. Okay, now I need to seek medical help. Okay, now I need to seek out sleeping pills because I can't get enough sleep. I've talked about lack of sleep in previous streams. One of the best things you can do for lack of sleep, insomnia, things like that, is exercise. There's many physiological mechanisms behind that, which I have talked about in previous streams. Soon to come, I'm sure, on a stream clip that will be out on, my TikTok profile and everything else. So we won't go into it again and again and again. But that is what I have to say about hardcore prescription medications such as SSRIs. I know, Luna. I know. I know your sleep's been getting better. I've known that since you started exercising. And I know that your sleep's getting better exactly due to that. It's exactly what I recommended to you time and time again, and what I always recommend to people time and time again that have issues with sleep. Now, again, it's not always going to work. If you have hardcore insomnia, then you may still need the sleep aids. But if you have mild insomnia, you can pretty much rectify it with core health alignment, foundational health changes such as those. What's going on, Skylar? Yeah, that's too bad, Fabi. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Yep. Sometimes it just doesn't work out too well. It happens. My day's good, Skylar. How was yours? But yeah, it definitely is thanks to exercise, Luna. I mean, it's the only change you made. That's how it is. But at the same time, maybe you're not exercising as hard, as much. But also, there's also things that you can do. It's not just about exercise. Literally, it's not just about exercise. It's a huge part of it. But it's also about how much, especially if you're having sleep issues, getting to sleep, feeling tired, things like that. I've talked time and time again about sleep supplements where you're not taking hardcore prescription pills that really cause you to be dependent on them. And then it makes it even harder for you to naturally fall asleep. Because again, your pineal gland secretes melatonin. It is not something to be trifled with. You start taking melatonin and your pineal gland stops producing it naturally. The endocrine system, which is the hormonal system of your body, is not to be trifled with. The second you start adding exogenous hormones to your body is the second that those glandular organs, like the pineal gland, start producing less, and that's very, very bad. So here's a couple more tips, right? I've already talked about this before, but consider 30 minutes to an hour before bed consuming a supplement like glycine, an amino acid, apigenin, derived from chamomile, taurine, things like that. Magnesium glycinate. Magnesium is really good as a sleep aid as well. These all calm your brain down, slow down your brain waves, and allow you to feel extremely relaxed. Apigenin actually does induce drowsiness. So these are natural ways that do not affect your endocrine system in any meaningful way. Also, there are more things, right? Your eyes pick up light waves from whatever you're doing. If there are blue or white wavelengths of light entering your retinas, it tells your brain that it's time to be awake. It's still time to be awake. White and blue light is sending awake signals to your brain every single time you're viewing it. So if you have bright light, or you're looking at your phone screen and it's not set to night shift, or some sort of light filter that filters out the blue light and only keeps the more warm tones, then you need to focus on those things too. How much blue and white light am I getting? I need to be starting a few hours before I go to sleep. I need to start viewing red light only. Get blue light blocker glasses, get light bulbs that you can shift to red. Set your phone so that it shifts to red light only. There are so many things that you can do. And again, before you have actually exhausted that list of things that you can do, you do not need to consider prescription medication every single night that causes you to be completely dependent on it. There's so many facets to sleep, especially. I wasn't talking about melatonin problems, but I was melatonin is adjacent to what I was talking about, Savvy. What's going on, Anna? Welcome back. Luna, here's what I'm going to recommend, okay? We are 53 minutes into this stream, okay? We're 53 minutes into this stream. Write this down right now. Go to your notes app and type in February 8th, 2026, 53 minutes. Probably more. I mean, I've been talking about this for 5 minutes, so maybe 48 minutes. What you're going to do, this is the easiest way to do it, is go to the Jackson Downer TV YouTube channel, find the stream from February 8th, 2026, and swipe over in the timeline to 45, 48 minutes, and then you're going to be able to see exactly what I just told you on repeat. Boom. And now you've got it right in front of you. And that's going to be the best way. Because then you've got your to-do list yet again. Again, you guys know this stream does not die. This stream does not die after it's live. The Jackson Downer TV YouTube channel has you covered. You can rewatch this stream all you want, baby. 100 times, 1 time. Only rewatch the parts of the stream you missed, whatever it might be. But it's there every single time. And I think it will help you, Luna, and I think that you should incorporate some of those things. Because it's very important. I'm glad you got it written down. There you go. That's what the JDTV YouTube channel is there for. That's really what it's for. Amira last night actually had asked me for some specific advice on some specific things. And that's exactly what she said. She was like, yeah, so I'm just going to go back to the stream archive and take note of when you had said this so that I can go rewatch it back and kind of get it down. Thanks for the follow, Coda. Welcome to the community. Yeah, guys, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to provide you with the information. I really am. I want to help you guys live your best life, of course. I do. Want to get you on my wavelength, baby. And, there's no way that every single person could know every single thing. There's no way. Sometimes, like you said, Luna, your parents might tell you, like, you need to take melatonin. This is how it is, because they got that from somewhere and they don't really understand the physiological underpinnings of the endocrine system. Somebody just maybe have told them that. Oh, your daughter's having issues sleeping, give them this. Boom. But without understanding the hardcore underpinnings of the endocrine system to any degree, it's hard to know. It's hard for every single person to know every single thing about every single thing. So I try my best, to give you what I know. And if I don't know it, I'm not going to speak on it. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Viper, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate it. I really do. And you know what? You're the best as well. You've been an incredible stream supporter tonight. Number 1, of course, you were one of my super fans. And number 3, you're spreading the word in your own live stream that you've been going on. So can't thank you enough. It's amazing. It is truly amazing. Thank you guys for liking the live so much tonight. 25K already. Absolutely amazing. What is the latest in my readings? I'll tell you guys. So recently, and again, you guys can literally follow me if you have a Goodreads account. You can follow me on Goodreads, always see what I'm reading, where I'm at in the book, what I rate the book after I'm done reading it, all that sort of stuff. But my latest read right now is a really, really extensive historical recounting. So it's a history book on the entire history of ancient Rome, from when it began, literally the beginning of ancient Rome, all the way through to the fall of ancient Rome. I love ancient Rome a lot. You guys know I love history. But, yeah. It's been incredible. It's like it's so many hours long. It's a huge read, but I'm getting through it, and it's just amazing. I love every bit of it. I actually, one of my more recent reads a couple months ago was called The Lives of the Caesars by Suetonius, and it was a person who existed during ancient Roman times, writing about each of the Caesars of Rome. And it was so cool because they had access to like the ancient library at the time, because they were high up in the empire. They had access to the letters that each of the Caesars sent. They knew what they looked like. They knew all of the little scandals they were involved in. They only did 12 Caesars because he couldn't go. I think he was alive during Octavian's rule, which was just after Julius Caesar. So he couldn't do much more, and he couldn't write about Octavian himself, because if he talked about all the stuff, he'd probably get, unalived. But he wrote about some of the really pivotal Caesars, and it was really, really cool. Now, this one is more of a person from today's age taking all of the historical accounts and boiling them down into a massive, just historical account, chronological from start to finish, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love ancient Rome so much. And I do love Caligula specifically, Anna. I sure do. I sure do. Caligula is one of the most interesting stories of the Caesars of ancient Rome. Sydney, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. I love to hear it, Anna. Would love to have you over on Goodreads. For sure. For sure. It certainly is, Luna. Georgia! Yes, lavender tea is very good too. Lavender is a very relaxing tea. And teas are literal chemical extractions. Like, it's easy to think that teas are all in your head. Maybe it's just the flavor that makes you feel like this, this and that. But teas are actual water extractions of plant constituent compounds that are extremely not only beneficial, but psychoactive. And they help. They help. That's why chamomile works. That's why I recommend one of the absolute best non-hormonal sleep aid supplements is apigenin, which is what is found in chamomile tea. When you drink chamomile tea, you are getting apigenin, and that is the plant constituent compound that makes you feel tired, drowsy. But it's just extracted and distilled, essentially, to be a little bit stronger when you take the supplement form. Sounds good, Georgia. Have a great night. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully. It was great to see you tonight, though. I haven't seen that play, Anna, but it sounds good. I knew that there was a play about him, which is very cool. Of course, there was, as we all know, there was the play about Julius Caesar made by Shakespeare. But there are other plays made by other playwrights that did some of the other Caesars and such. Bonnie, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Slytherin, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Luna, thank you for the love you so much times 3. So much love to you too. Luna says, the smell of lavender has always made me tired for a bit. I used to have a lavender perfume that I'd wear before bed, but I haven't been able to find it for years. What I'd recommend, by the way, diffusing essential oils of lavender, peppermint, whatever essential oil you choose, is also decently psychoactive and helps. So I know you're talking about perfume. Now, the scent of that, maybe it is truly using lavender essential oils, but I'd recommend actually, and one thing, again, if you're going to try everything, get an essential oil diffuser if you don't have one. And with those, you just fill it up with water and toss 1, 2, 3 drops of maybe 4, however many. It depends on how big your diffuser is, blah, 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 blah. But you'll put some lavender essential oil in that. None of this is expensive. And it will start diffusing mist that is part water, of course, and part lavender essential oil into the air. And then now you've got an even more sleep-inducing atmosphere in your bedroom or just your general atmosphere that you're in at night. And that's extremely helpful as well. I'm glad to hear it, Georgia. Yeah, tea is huge. Tea is huge. Very important. It's good stuff. Even if you're not drinking it for a certain psychoactive benefit, there's just major positive health implications that you can receive from many different types of teas. Some are more benign, others are not psychoactive, but extremely antioxidant dense. Rooibos tea is one of those. It's extremely antioxidant dense. Nettle tea, turmeric tea, ginger tea, things like that. So yeah. And not just antioxidant dense, but like with turmeric tea, you're going to be getting lots of anti-inflammation, but you do have to make sure that you pair it. So again, there's all of these different, okay, so how much are you absorbing the active plant constituents in the water extraction that you're drawing into your tea? With things like turmeric, it's not very bioavailable in your intestine, so you have to make sure that you sprinkle a little black pepper into your turmeric tea, and you also have to make sure that you pair it with a little medium chain triglyceride oil or coconut oil or something like that, because it's very fat soluble. The turmeric happens to be fat soluble and also highly more bioavailable when paired with black pepper. So there's all these little extra tricks that you can get out of your tea. Most teas, though, to be fair, are highly bioavailable and absorbable without things like that. But with rhizomatic teas like ginger and turmeric, it is especially good to be cognizant of things like bioavailability. We're going to get you there, Luna. We are going to get you there. What's going on, Angelina? Welcome to the stream. I will get you there, Luna. I promise. It's my goal. I hate to see you guys suffering, or just struggling, or just, trying to fix a general health issue or problem. And, obviously you guys know that I know how to rectify a lot of these things. And so all I can do is hope that my advice pays off for you, because in a lot of cases, it does pay off for you, Luna. I know. I mean, I was able to help you with your back just the other day. I mean, you didn't say it on the stream, but the day after I'd given you the advice about your back and the different things that you can do to really help your back issues, you came back into the Discord the next day and you were like, hey, help me a lot. So that's great, MVM, how often do I wash my hair? Probably a few times per week. Like if we're talking all 7 days of the week, probably three times per week, I will actively use my 100% natural shampoo bar on my hair. And even that, because it's 100% natural and it's just a shampoo bar, it doesn't strip all of the oils, all the natural oils that your scalp produces, but it does clean it, well enough. It strips what it should and leaves what it shouldn't strip. Great question. And you're very welcome, Luna. You're very welcome. Like, honestly, I'm just truly touched, and it means a lot to me that I have helped you in that capacity, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I've seen honestly, like it's amazing because when you say that, like I can think back. I can think back to the many months ago that you joined the community, you found me, and I've seen your growth. Um, you know, some of it might be due to me, others of it, it all can't be attributed to me, of course, but I have seen so much beautiful growth from you. And now you're even getting back into the gym and things like this, and you're implementing the advice and the information that I provide to you. And, you're a testament to exactly what I'm saying. Like, just give it a shot, just try. And exhaust all other options before taking nuclear options, such as band aid fixes like prescription meds and things like that. Because it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. And if it's not, and you've tried everything, then you can go that route, of course. But you're not going to live your longest and healthiest life unless you are hitting all of the core health principles first. And that's for damn sure. Rooibos tea, it quite possibly could be good for kidney issues, Bonnie. That's not... I don't know for sure. I'll say that. I don't know for sure, but what I do know is that it's heavy. What are you doing? Oh. It's heavy on the anthocyanins because it's a very red pigmented tea. And it's extremely antioxidant dense. I'm not all that sure if your kidneys are helped by it, but it wouldn't surprise me based on what I know about rooibos in general. So, yeah. And I appreciate you too, Luna. I do. I certainly do. I think we should wrap it up here, though. A lot of the communities had to go to bed. It is Sunday night at 2 a.m. for a lot of us, and for others of us, like yourself, Luna, it is what, 11, 12:50, right? 1:50, 12:50, no, 11:50, no, 10:50, 11:50, 1:50. 10:50, 11:50, 12:50. No, so it's 11:50. 10:50. All right. So, it's not super late for you, but for me, it is very late. And for a lot of the community, it is very late. And a lot of the community has already had to go to bed. So, I should also do the same, as I do have to wake up pretty early in the morning. But yeah, exactly. Exactly, Denise. For this half of the United States, it is almost 2 a.m. Like I said, it's 1:50. It's not technically 2 a.m. for you, Denise. It is 1:51 for you, as same as it is for me. But for the western half of the U.S., it is earlier. It's not as bad. But a lot of us in the community are located on the eastern half, and that's why a lot of us are asleep right now. But it has been absolutely amazing. I absolutely love streams like this where I'm able to give you guys a lot of good information and things like that. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. And I'll tell you what. Hey, Nicolette, what's going on? I'll tell you what, I'm going to miss the Twitch streams so much. I have so much fun doing those with you guys, and I'm going to miss them so much until next Saturday. But of course, we will have our daily TikTok Just Chatting streams Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Sunday, every single day. But Saturdays and Sundays is when we also have our Twitch streams. I'll be excited to get back to those once we are back in the weekend yet again. But I had a lot of fun with you guys in both streams, both Twitch and TikTok today and yesterday. And yeah, love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow right here. You know what it is. Nicolette, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And Denise, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. As you guys know, I will see you guys tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after. And yes, Luna, I'm looking forward to seeing you in all the streams as well. My night's going great, though, Nicolette, and I'm glad to hear yours is too. I'm sorry that you joined right as we were about to end, but hey, you are following, so now you won't miss another stream in the future, so that is very good. Very, very good. Very good. Denise, sleep well to you too. Sleep well, Denise, and sleep well, Nicolette. Yes, we'll add those right to the stream, Laura Mira, and thank you for the daily compliment. I appreciate that, and good night to you too. Anna, good night to you too as well. That was a unnecessary addition I added. To and as well. So I'll just repeat myself and say, have a good night to you as well, Anna. And good night to you, Bonnie. Ken, good question. Most of the topics I discuss, some of them I learned in college, yeah. But many of them I did not learn in college at all. I think what college and university is good for is foundational knowledge. University is like, this is really going to be an interesting comparison to make, but I know what I'm trying to say. And it's just going to be hard to dredge up from my mind because I've thought about this before. University is like telling someone to steer a boat by teaching them how to steer the boat. It is not telling them how to think and operate in the world exactly to the specifications that they want to operate in. So your university professor isn't going to tell you like, okay, so when you get in the boat, you're going to turn the mast to the left and then you're going to drop the sail this much and then you're going to, turn the wheel exactly 4 degrees to starboard. I don't know anything about ships, so this is a terrible analogy to make. But basically what university's doing is it's teaching you how to think in a more direct fashion. It's teaching you how to think. And then once you get out into the world, you can refine that based on your foundational knowledge. But yeah, a lot of the things that I've learned in university are things that taught me and allowed me to be able to build on the knowledge. It gave me the knowledge that I was able to build on all throughout time. I never studied anything in university that I wasn't interested in, that I truly wanted to know, like in my own spare time, that I loved and was interested in. And that's really important because the second that I got out of university, I just continued building on that knowledge at all times. And because I had the beautiful foundations from university, I was able to easily build on it with more complex topics from people that I really enjoy listening to or watching or reading. Through all of those different mediums, because with the advent of the internet and YouTube and, being able to buy any book you want in the world, you can do exactly that. So, that's a great question, Ken. I love that question. Luna, thank you for the awesome times 4 and the star times 18. Yep, university just prepares you in how to think and gets you set on a solid trajectory, but it's not going to, and again, it depends on the exact major you're pursuing, because you can go to university for plumbing, you can go to university for being an electrician, and those type of majors will directly prepare you for the workforce. Now, granted, even in plumbing and electrician work, you're going to see things that you never were prepared for in university. But, like let's say you get a philosophy degree. This is a degree that's entirely predicated on teaching you how to think in the workforce that you decide to go into. It's not like in most cases with a philosophy degree, you're not going to be going into a philosophy profession. You're going to be going into a profession where your philosophy degree can benefit you, but philosophy is literally teaching you how to think deeply and think logically and parse things out properly. And same thing. This is the case with any liberal arts degree. History, philosophy. When you get into the hard sciences, these things are a bit more applicable to the workforce directly, and they're a bit more applicable to exactly how to think in whatever position or career path you find yourself in. But even then, you've still got a lot more to learn. There is absolutely no way that you are ever going to learn everything that you need or want to learn in at the max, 8 to 10 years in university in one particular field. Like, you might have a PhD, but you always have to continue to learn. So you should continue to learn if you really, really, really want to get mastery of a subject. And even then, especially in the sciences, we're always learning and figuring out more things. So this is why it's really important to pursue something that you really enjoy, because once you're done, not only do you have to kind of follow that career path for the rest of your life, or you don't have to, but if you don't, then you've wasted a ton of money on university that for no reason. I mean, granted, yes, you've gotten a lot of adjacent knowledge, like how to study and how to put in work at a higher level and things like that, and how to think and how to take tests and all the different corollaries to learning and work and everything that you can get from it. But when you're finished your degree, there's still so much to learn and know. You can spend the rest of your life learning. You can spend the rest of your life studying, and you'll still never get it all. And that's the beauty of it, baby. That's the beauty of it. So with that, baby, I am going to let you go. I don't exactly remember my GPA. I never really went I never really kept super hardcore track of it, Amira. That's a great question. It was always good, though. It was always good. I always did well, in university, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like a perfect 4.0 or anything, but it was good. It was always good. I always try my hardest. I'm glad you like the little fry in my voice, Luna. Especially when I start getting later in the night. When things start getting later in the night, that is when you start getting less tonality and more just... All right, guys. I love you so much. You kept me for another few minutes there, Ken, with that beautiful question. But once you're up, but the point is outside of university, you don't have to keep track of it. So yeah, like it mattered to me when I was in university. You have to keep track of yours because you don't want to be kicked out of your school or lose your financial aid and things like that. But that was never an issue for me. I was always the type of student where I would barely study, show up for the test, and do incredible on it. But again, this is because this is how I operate. Like, as you guys know, I've always been this way. Like, outside of school, outside of my homework, outside of tests, outside of class, all of those sort of things, I was just consuming more content or reading another book or watching another video or listening to another college lecture on exactly what I was supposed to be taking the test on. So I was at such a advantage. And college, university, and your classes and your professors don't build courses for people like me who can answer these sort of questions in their sleep, who were studying and learning these concepts before they even got into the class, typically. Because a lot of people don't operate on the premise of, I'd really like to just do what I already was interested in to begin with and have already enjoyed, so yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, GPA is important, and it was important to me in the moment because I had to pay attention to it for, a multiplicity of reasons within the educational bureaucracy and such. But it's kind of like a growl. It's not technically, but I get what you're saying. It is, in a way, it's like a light growl in its way. Sweet dreams to you too, Luna. And thank you, Amira. I respect you too. I really appreciate you too. And Ken, thank you for the agreement on that. I appreciate you too, Ken. I love you all, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. And good night, baby. Mwah.